Hi, this is Charles Tabby. You're watching the Konekt, and this is my story.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Karibuni sana on the Konekt. Today we have a great guest, and she goes by the name Charles Tabby. She's an amazing young girl, just doing great things out there and sending herself. But we're gonna, I don't want to go too quick. I want us to just indulge, enjoy the story, enjoy the ride, and without further ado, so Charles,
Yes.
Charles Tabby.
Yes.
Let's throw it all the way back. Let's get to know you, Let's get to know you. So how did it happen that now you happen to come to Australia? Throw it all the way back. What was your reason to coming to Australia and how was that journey?
I've been wanting to study abroad like for the longest. And so immediately after high school, that is back in 2018, after the results, immediately I started my process. I couldn't wait because I've always envisioned myself to be the bigger person. And me as the firstborn, I had to see the whole picture, like for the whole family. Yeah. So basically, when I was in class 7, actually, one of my family members came to Australia after a very hard process of getting a visa and all that. And it was an eye-opening for me personally, because I was like, if he can do it, I know I can do it better. So yeah, from class 7, I was like, I want to go to Australia. I want to go abroad. I want to be the main gods of the whole family. And so I had to do all the work, pass my class 8 exams, go to a national school, and also try my best to pass, because if not for the KCSE, still it could be shaky, you understand? But from there, now after high school, I now started the process, and it was a hell of a journey. It was a hard one, for sure. Like, I think I'm the strongest soldier when it comes to that part, because I applied my visa immediately after. First of all, I got my passport through my parents because I wasn't at the right age. So my dad and my mom were forced to get their passports first so that I can get a passport. Now the difficulty started there, because the process of getting passports in Kenya, it's hell. But we made it through. I got a passport, and then we proceeded with the process. And I applied between finishing high school that December in 2018 and now 2019, the whole of it. I was still applying. But again, COVID hit. And it was doom. Things got even harder because every visa I think it was cancelled or something. And so we had to retrieve back to square one. And we used a lot of money. My parents were like, time is moving. You're a girl child. Time is moving. What's happening? Yes. And so during that period, I got stressed, honestly, because this is something you're so anxious about. And then all of a sudden, there's a disease that you can go out of the country because of it. So yeah, I worked as a nurse, actually, immediately after Form 4, because I couldn't stay at home. My mind was racing. I couldn't. So I worked as a nurse for a few months in just a public hospital. And then around March, COVID was like at the peak. So I couldn't go on because I was the youngest in the facility. I had to go back home, stay with my parents. It was up and down, roller coaster, because you know African parents. Yes, and I'm the first one, and I'm a girl. So it was just drama, but I managed because for sure I'm disciplined, because how I was raised, that's something I thank my parents for.
And let's talk about the weight, because now you're talking about 2018 and you got your visa in
2022.
2022. That's about 4 years of waiting. How was your state of mind, and how were you at that time, and how did you even get through? Because 4 years is not, you know, if you talk about 1 year, 2 years, that's really manageable or understandable. But 4 years of waiting, how were you, and what really helped you and carried you through that waiting period?
I'll be open. I fell into a bad state of mind during period of from 2018 through 2019. I was in a very bad state of mind, and that made my parents go. Actually, my mom had to study psychology because of me. It was that bad, but I ended up getting help, like from my parents. I love them for that, because they never let me down. And so another thing, my weight was affected. I was 70 kgs, and within 1 month, I went back to being underweight. 50 kgs, yes. And so, you know, African parents, utapimwa. I tell you, utapimwa. So yeah, I got tested, everything, and they said that I'm actually fine. It's just that my eating habits, my health is just...
Your state of mind as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was just up and down, up and down. But I thank God, because I have grown up in church. I used to make sure every Saturday I'm going to church just to relieve my mind out of like the anxiety.
The day-to-day, yeah.
Yeah, the day-to-day activities, the anxiety, and also the pressure from everyone. Why aren't you not in school? Like, mbona go home? What are you hiding? So yeah, that's my story. And as I went by, I knew how to filter friends. I knew how to filter what I tell people. I always say, I let you know what I want you to know. I don't like tell you everything. That's the thing. So I learned that during that hard period. And also I learned that blood is not just by family. It's also by friends. Because there are people who are there with me through that journey up and down. And I thank them for that. So yeah, I ended up getting my visa. Wait a minute. I first joined KCA University.
Because you're waiting and the visa is not coming.
Yeah.
So you went to what's KCA?
KCA.
University.
It's in Ruaraka.
Thika Road.
Yes.
Yes. What were you studying in KCA?
I was doing BCom.
Yeah.
I was doing a degree in BCom.
Yeah.
And I had already, during the waiting period, I had actually done CPA. Because I believe I'm good in maths. And so I had done CPA just around, I'm from Nakuru, by the way. So I had just done CPA around Nakuru. I studied at JKUAT. Like, I was trying to find balance, but it was hard. It was so hard. And then I did CPA 1 and 2. And then I went to KCA. My parents are like, nah, we have waited for too long. I think it's time. And that time, Australia wasn't opened yet. So I just joined KCA like any other. I was like, my age mates are graduating.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad, actually. I was feeling some type of way, but I was like, my journey is different. That's what my mom used to tell me. Your journey is different. you always delay, but you get a lot of blessings at once. So I waited, and I never even finished 2 terms. My visa was out.
Wow. I want you to talk to young girls, and maybe not even young girls, people, waiting for that visa.
Yeah.
You've been in that waiting period for 4 years, and you've seen it come to pass. What are some of the tips or lessons or advice you'd give to someone who's, in that period and going through the turmoil, the anxiety, not really knowing what's going to happen? What is the one thing, or maybe not even one, what is the advice you'd actually give them to help them carry through, through this time?
I would say, first of all, just do the process the right way. Don't be waiting on something that you've forged, or it doesn't make sense. And another thing, just find something that you love. As for me, for one of my coping mechanisms was recording silly videos, actually, but never posting them. That was another thing.
Keeping yourself busy.
Yeah, like I know how to design clothes. I can design. I know how to, I even made mats. Do you know the mat, the woolen mats? I literally made them and sold them. I made bracelets. I even started a small business, and of which it kept me sane all that time. I was selling the phone stickers, changeable. I had a good business, and I was so proud of that because my parents were my first customers. So shout out to my parents for that. So yeah, find something that you love. Find something that you will drive your attention to. Instead of thinking about the visa, just leave it to God. Pray. Main thing, pray about it, because it goes through many hands that you don't know where they've come from. And also divert your attention to something that you love, or just find something relevant to you and work on it. Just put yourself into that instead of just thinking about the visa. Visa is just by the paper, but it's only by God's grace that you can get it. If God says no, you can't go anywhere.
Wow, amazing. So it actually might take a longer time for someone to get the visa.
Yes.
So it's good to be prepared mentally and know that this process might take, yours took up to 4 years.
Absolutely.
So find something to do. You might do some short courses. You might get a business as you did.
Yeah.
You might find, just find something to do while you wait. And while you wait, actually, as well, you said, pray about it, keep yourself busy. What about how with this world, you are a young girl, Gen Z.
Yes.
Gen Z. Patience. Gen Zs don't have patience. How did you get that patience? Because 4 years is not a short time.
When I say I'm God's greatest soldier, number one in line, it was hectic, honestly. But I say, just try and learn yourself first. Just try and learn yourself and learn your ways. Because as for me, I knew that this is what triggers me not to be patient enough. Like if I hear people graduating, if I hear, oh, you're going to which year, people talking about their school life, and yet I'm not even first year. It was insane. Like, I just turned 23, but I finished high school when I was 17, in 2018, literally. So it was hectic. But I knew that when people discussed about when I get a group of people discussing about their school life, I get triggered, I avoid that. And so it keeps me sane and makes me focus on something else that I know I'm gonna be productive. And see, the moment you get results from something, you're so proud of yourself, right? So yeah, I was diverting instead of focusing on the triggers that they're gonna make me more anxious. Focus on something that's gonna make you proud of yourself.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Gen Z is right there. Let's talk about now coming to Australia after that long wait. How did you feel? How was that feeling?
Oh my God, I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. My dad was like, I just want you to give me and my daughter 1 week, only 1 week. He was saying, like, he was telling my family member who's here, I just want you to give me and my daughter some time, only 1 week. I promise, only 1 week. Because I was like, Dad, I'm going tomorrow. I don't care. The flight is already booked. Tomorrow. I'm not here. I don't want to hear it. Nimengoja miaka 4 and then what? Ningoje 1 more week. No. So yeah, my parents were like, now it had dawned to them that actually our firstborn is going. Like, she's literally going. After 4 years ya kusumbuana na wazazi, she's going. So for me, I felt some peace because I had goals, like I had handwritten goals since 2018, the moment I just launched that visa. And I was looking at them each and every time when I was in my hostel, like, when, God, when? I need you to fulfill this. Because I was like, I don't feel like I belong here. You can just feel like there's a gap. You just don't belong. You belong somewhere higher. So that was the thing. And so I felt so good, honestly. I was overwhelmed extremely. But I thank God for giving me the grace, like, to even reach here safely. That was the main thing. I never lost anything on the way.
Amazing. And you know, you've touched on a very important part, and we're gonna touch on that later. On. Goals. You'd written those goals down.
Yes.
So later on, I just want to know if you hit those goals. But we're coming to that now. Arriving in this country where you've been waiting, you psyched up. First of all, what did you come to study, and how was that study phase now after arriving to Australia?
So I came to study at Kaplan Business School. I just wanted to just carry on with my accounting course, and so that's what I did. I studied there for some time, and then it was good actually. I coped up very easily, although we were just 2 Kenyans, me and another guy. And it was a battle because we can't understand what the other guys are saying. Our English is way more better to some points. Our English was way more better, but the others they're trying, but we can't understand. That was the thing. And the culture shock at school. It was bad. What are some of the culture shocks you got when you arrived and then maybe going through that study phase? Culture shock. It's like, if you know me, I love clean shoes, right? But I could get into class and find everyone has dirty shoes. I was triggered. I was getting triggered each and every, and then I have worn my shoes like since I was in Kenya. They're super clean, well kept. And then the teacher is asking me, like, the lecturer that is, are those new shoes? I'm like, bruh, you just need to clean your shoes. That was something that I couldn't even comprehend. Like, you can wake up and wear dirty shoes. Like, you've showered, done everything, but you can wear dirty, and nah, I couldn't. That was the main thing, yeah.
And then what about now studies, and what are maybe as a young girl, what are some of the challenges, not only studies, maybe integrating with the community, finding friends, as a young girl, keeping yourself safe, party life, your family is not here, your mom is not here. So what are some of those challenges, and how did you keep yourself away from that and focus? You said you had goals.
Yeah.
How did you keep yourself from that? First of all, talk about those challenges, and then also how did you keep yourself from that, and any other tips that you can give other young girls to keep themselves, away from some places which are not safe.
Some challenges that you face once you're in Australia one thing for sure is, as you have said, making friends. Because people here are, how will I say, everyone has a mission. When you got into that plane, you had a mission. Whatever mission you had, most people don't share it. You just hear it from afar, but they involve you in your life, but you don't get to understand people's mission. So I have gone through that, like with friends. It's so hard to make friends, literally, and to make good, supportive friends. I believe not everyone is your friend. You have colleagues. The people you work with, they're not your friends. You have colleagues. You have classmates. Those are not your friends. Once you leave that institute, you're done. Until next time. So one thing I will say, when it comes to looking for friends or getting friends in here in Australia as a newbie, just take time to yourself, like just learn you. Because most people just come straight from high school or straight from university. You had all the fun, but now here you just by yourself. Just learn yourself and make sure you set your boundaries and your principles on strong, make them so strong.
Strong values.
Yes. Just make them so strong, because people use you literally when you sing, and people will tell you things that you couldn't imagine that a human can tell you at work, at school, and such things. So be careful when choosing friends. Not everyone is your friend. And not that you know something about me makes you my friend. No. If you are going to parties and making sure that I'm safe, what I do is I don't go to all parties. I go to parties that I'm invited. I started, my content creation journey has channeled me to be able to get some privileges here and there, and I thank God for that. But I decided that I'll never maybe leave work to go to a party. I'll never leave schoolwork to go to a party. Focus on your mission. Remember, there are parents who paid for that plane, for that visa. So focus on that mission, and then enjoyment can come later. You can create enjoyment anytime, even right now. If you want to create, we can, but we have to focus on the mission first. Complete it, now you can deal with the others. And if you see that you're lacking balance, take time to yourself. I repeat that. Just take time to yourself, because maybe you don't know where you are going wrong or who are pushing you away from your goals and everything. Yeah.
Amazing. And with these parties and, parents are not here, young girls, Gen Zs, anything goes. But it's good that you've mentioned it's good to have your values. It's good to know yourself.
Yes.
Know yourself before you engage other people, so that you're not easily swayed.
Yeah.
But now with these parties, you said you only go to those that you invited. How can a young girl keep herself safe? Not only maybe house parties, maybe in a club, or maybe out there. There's so many things happening around within the community. There are people who have ill motives. You never know.
Yes, for sure.
But how as a young girl, how have you kept yourself? And how can you tell, okay, I'm not going to this, I'm not hanging out there. And also maybe some tips, just to keep yourself safe in this country.
I'll just start with basic things. Keep your phone charged.
Mm-hmm.
Have cash or have money in your phone. Make sure you know where your car keys or house keys are safe. If you know you will lose them, hide them under the mat, because you just come back to the same place. You just come back to the same place. So just hide them somewhere, but make sure you're aware of what you're doing each and every time you're going to a party. Be aware of the people around you. Okay, people will come and try to dance with you or something. We are Gen Z.
Yeah.
It's understandable, but at the same time, be careful. Don't be open to everyone, to anyone. Drinks, you're there. What, you're there? No, girl. You have your money, because you have to pay for that club to get in. So have money set aside just in case. Okay, if someone offers you, okay, but just in case, you're secured with your own money. You're secured. Put everything you have safely at one corner that you know. Don't get too drunk when you're with people that you don't know. People can take advantage of you, for sure. Literally, and they won't even admit it. I wasn't there, yet they know they did it. So just be self-conscious each and every time you go to the clubs, to even house parties, even going to visit friends for the first time. Atuko cousins hapa. We are not in a cousins meeting. We don't know each other. You don't know. Maybe I've come from another state of, another type of home. You've come from another type of home, and maybe we can't mix up. There are homes that even if you do it, they can't mix up. So try to be conscious each and every time. That's the main point.
Amazing. And also I think something else, just as we wrap up, that life, school, young girls, young men as well. I think don't take any drink from anyone. If you don't know the person, don't don't take drinks from anyone.
For sure. A tip, if someone offers you a drink, like, don't pick it. Don't. Even if you're 100% sure don't pick it. If they want to offer you a drink, go to the counter, make them tap that phone. But don't drink a drink that they have already served. Amazing. So that's what I do. Yeah.
Amazing. And also something else, in house parties, if you're not sure of, whatever is in the drink, just make the drink yourself, or whatever. Just take a glass of water. Just take your drink as well. You can buy yourself a drink. You don't have to go and have all these mixes, and then at the end of the day you don't know what's happening. But amazing. Thank you for sharing that, because I really wanted to touch on that, because as young girls I know things are happening and people are taking advantage, and as Gen Zs, you're bold, but you're also very fluid, and you're also very you move easily. But I just wanted to put that question right there. So let's talk about loneliness. You've been through mental, not being in a very good mental state, and you've worked through that. But now coming to Australia, it's a very lonely country. You said it's hard to find friends, it's hard to make friends. How did you deal with loneliness, and how did you keep your mental health in check? Because this is a country where your mental health can go
crazy
anytime. How did you do that? And a tip for young, students, young girls, young boys, any tip. How did you go through that?
As for me, what I did was, remember, I had goals. So I tried to simplify how, in the most simplest way, I can achieve these goals. And so I tried to find some ways, some simple ways. And I dealt with loneliness. We all deal with loneliness, like each and every day, because you don't have a parent over here that you can just run to.
Or a sibling.
I know, like, you can just run to and cry, and we cry in our cars, we cry in bed, you cry at your workplace, in the bathroom, and you just wipe and continue with life. Like, for me, I cry. Count me in. If it's a crying competition, count me in. I'm gonna cry, because I believe that it's gonna remove that that feeling that like it's yes, like I've been abandoned, or why is life doing this? Yes, I'm gonna cry it out, and I always journal. Most times I try to journal, even if it's once in a month. Just write. I just write. Another thing, coloring. We just think that coloring is just for kids. It's not for kids. That's therapy. Because we can't afford to have a physical one-on-one conversation with a therapist. So I use that as just to calm myself down and relax or sleep. But the main thing is you can't fill a void. You can't fill an empty cup with another empty cup. No wonder I say choose your friends, because you're gonna feel lonely and then you would want someone else to fill that cup, but their cup is empty. So what are you feeling? You're having two empty cups. You're putting stress on top of stress on top of stress. So there's no need. It's all about knowing, if I do this, will it calm me? If I do this, is it therapeutic to me? Yes, something of the sort.
Amazing.
Just know you.
Amazing. And also I think a tip there is maybe find someone who's been here a bit longer.
Yeah.
And just get to form those friendships, because it's easier for them to advise you, it's easier for them to tell you what's happening, and also attach yourself to a community like the Kenya community, Victoria, or maybe something like that.
We actually have a fellowship that we go on Tuesdays, and that has helped. It helped even if I went once, or I went a couple of times for sure, but it's because I work on Tuesdays that I'm not that consistent, but it filled me up. Like going to a place where we can all talk Swahili and understand and even argue about the Bible. It just feels amazing. Like the moment you're from there, you go eat together, have that community, like it's just amazing. You don't know these people. Kila mtu amechoka, like everyone is tired, but you come together on a Tuesday evening and study the Bible. We're not partying, we're studying the Bible. It's just amazing.
So so the community actually fills you up. You said the empty cup.
Yes.
With the loneliness. Be part of a tribe. Your tribe can be one person. Your tribe can be 2 people. Your tribe can be 10 people.
For sure.
But find people that you have like minds. You have like values, and you have set and like goals, so that you're actually going in the same direction.
Yeah, for
amazing,
sure.
Amazing. Let's talk about your creative journey. How did that even begin? Because that's actually how I got to know you. How did that even begin?
After it actually started immediately after Form 4. That December holiday, after I got my results, I was all up and down, But again, I was like, okay, it's time. I'm waiting for my visa. It's going backwards instead of, I'm hearing COVID. I was like, I was just filming. I had a Huawei. My dad was like, I lost my main phone. It was stolen. And then my dad was like, just take this Huawei and then you can stay with it for a period of time. So I used to take like short videos and then it was silly, like me showing out my outfit. And then that time, you're Kenyeji, trust you me, I wasn't like this. This is back in 2018, I wasn't like this. So you're just dressing, you don't know how to dress, you're just dressing like any other person. I used to take videos just outside our compound, showing out my outfit, like trying to copy what I'm seeing people doing on the internet. And I was like, it feels so therapeutic to do this, like just taking cute videos or something, just getting ready, basically. It started boosting my confidence because, mind you, I had lost weight, so my confidence went 0. So I had to find something to bring me back. So that was 2018 to 2019. And then on 2019, I was just coping, trying to do things that I am seeing other people do. And then in 2019 is when I joined TikTok, actually. But I posted one video, silly videos, but I was like, nah. That time you could feel you're the legend, but they're not going viral. You're just so proud of yourself for making that, for putting yourself out there. But again, I went on, when I joined KCA, shout out to my friends. I told them I want to make 30 days of outfits. Each and every day when I go to campus, please take a video of me. And they made sure I've taken each and every video. I love them. I love them. I used to take, like, even if I don't like the outfit, I'm gonna make myself like the outfit. I used to take those short videos and post them, and like on and off, until now. When I got my visa, one of my goals was take social media seriously, because back in Kenya, I felt like I never had guidance. But once I shift on this side, I'm just by myself. Like, if I want to look at this direction, I look. I can get any house I want, any room, any aesthetics and everything. But I was like, I need to know, like, the purpose of doing whatever I want to do. Even if it's therapeutic, what's the main agenda? Yeah. I came to Australia now. After coming to Australia, immediately that day, my journey to Australia, it's the first YouTube video I did. I was so proud of myself. Oh my God, you guys. I was up and down. Literally, instead of recording it in this, I recorded it. Okay. It was hilarious because I didn't know. I thought that people, when shooting these things, they do it with cameras, and I didn't know. I just used whatever I had. I had a Samsung, like every other person who comes from Kenya.
Samsung or Oppo.
I know, right? So I just recorded like the entire process, and then came, edited it, and posted it. That was my first video on YouTube. People were so proud of me, actually, because I was a bit shy. I never had that confidence, but I was like, when I landed to Australia, I'm starting that YouTube channel. I don't want to know. Even if I get one well and good, I did it. I achieved whatever I wanted. I achieved, and so yeah, I did it, and I joined also. I now cleared my TikTok, all of it. I used to post 1 or 2 videos, but again, it went on. I was unmotivated. But again, I had family who are like, we know your potential. We can see it. We can see it from afar. Can just do it. Just do it. They could be like, let me record you. Such things. And I felt good that I had supportive people. And so I started posting on TikTok, on Instagram, and my Instagram actually was a business page, and then I just turned everything over and made it my own personal page. It's been a progressive journey, I can say.
And how because before we come to what that has done for you, especially social media, you mentioned about confidence and maybe, keeping you busy, therapy, and a few more things. But how did you teach yourself? Because a lot of people don't start because they either afraid of, I can't do it, or I don't have the capability, or maybe, I don't know, so many excuses. How did you teach yourself how to do videos and to be on social media?
Wow. I never thought I would have this question. But basically, I found editing therapeutic. And so I was open to learn. I tried to see like how you edit your videos and wonder like, how did you even come up with this? And I would spend time like trying to learn that. No wonder I said, look for something that you love. Something that nobody can force you to do. So one, I tried to go to, I first got a new phone, the one that I have. I got a phone, and then I got a tripod from Kmart and a ring light. And that was it. Me, my phone, and my ring light. And so I started just doing videos, 1, 2 here and there. I was like, no, I think I saw this on someone else's page. Can I check? You could just find me mindlessly scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, saving inspos, Pinterest. But in my mind, I'm like, I want to do this, but I don't know how to do it. So I did my research. I went to YouTube. I use TikTok as Google to me, for sure. I TikTok everything. So I went to TikTok, learned a few here and there, like the angles, the da-da-da-da, something of the sort, see what others are doing and try to implicate that. But now, right now, it's not like in 2019 that I never had the equipment. Right now, I have everything. Now, it's up to you to do the work. Teach yourself. So I went to YouTube. If it's a transition I want to look for, you just write the main thing so that you can concentrate, you can focus on that. And then if it's the thumbnails of YouTube videos, focus on that, things like that. I subscribed to things that I don't know what I subscribed to. Honestly, till date. They are always like deducting money from my account. But I don't know, because that time I was like, I need to know how to edit these videos. I need to know how does Peter do this. How did he make that cut? I want to know. I was that curious about it because I was passionate about it. And in one of my goals, I knew I wanted to do this. So, yeah.
Amazing. Wow. So something I'm learning from you is that you really have to have the passion for it.
For sure.
You have to have the passion for it because it's not easy. Something you need to tell them it's not easy.
Oh,
the editing, the filming, it's not easy.
That 15 seconds video, it costed me a whole night. Don't play it. Go like that video. Subscribe. Don't forget.
And now let's talk about social media and what it does for you. Maybe for you, maybe it was about therapy, maybe, and then also something people would want to know, does it pay? But what did social media do for you, especially in a new country where you're trying to make friends, you're not making friends, and you're trying to cope, you're trying to, juggle between life and work and everything. And then also tell us, how did you juggle that? But what did social media do for you?
Social media has done things, actually, social media specifically has placed me in tables that I couldn't imagine. Like, for sure, I have seated with people that I was like, okay, I'm here. What can I do? This is what I signed up for. So yeah, something of the sort. So social media has made me gain a lot of confidence because you get to compare yourself with other creators, body-wise, editing skills, all that sort. And it affects, I will say it loudly and proudly, that I've blocked some creators just for my own mental health. Yeah. Yes. So it reaches that point, but before you reach that point, you gotta go through a phase, like up and down. You're like, it's called imposter syndrome. Like, you're not enough. You're not doing it. Why am I not doing it like the way Peter is doing it? So I went through that phase, and it's been a hell one, but I always get through it some points. And for me to balance work, school, and content creation, what I do is I bunch create. I can shoot like a lot of videos in one sitting, and you see my videos is moving around. I have one corner in my room, that's my studio. My lights, and my tripod. Like I've mastered the way to position them such that when I start recording, I start. I have my clothes aligned on my bed, everything. I know which sound to use, what to do. I debrief myself on my iPod, everything. If, for example, I'm doing a brand deal, I'll come and talk about that. If I'm doing a brand deal, I have to like read the brief, understand what the company needs, and then know even the sound, because you can't just use any sound. Some sounds are just for fun. Not for not for commercial use. So such things. Know how to edit. Know how I'll shoot the results that I want. How I'm gonna shoot them. The angles. The data. People think that we just see it here and there, a couple of photos, and you're done. Boom. I take a whole good day to shoot a video. I have worked with brands.
So that's the other question. Does now content creation, does it pay? So social media, does it pay? So now let's talk about your collaborations with the brands you've worked with. Now, This is your chance now. Does it pay?
Absolutely. And it pays well. Well. I've worked with brands. I've worked with Paper Mail. I've worked with our very famous African brand, Afro Bandanas. I've worked with I'm on CeraVe's feed. I'm on Paper Mail's feed. Paper Mail, that one. Feed. I've worked with brands that I only saw them on TV, actually. But it's just because I put myself out there that I got to attract what I want. Because I've been DM'd by brands and I'm like, it feels like a scam. This feels like a scam. Like, the good thing about content creation is, okay, you won't get paid like on the spot, but you'll get the free things. You'll get free clothes. Like, I've gotten clothes that I'm like, okay, I couldn't even be able to pay for these clothes, but I get them. I have campaigns that I do like per 2 months or per monthly. I've worked with Yes Style. I've worked with like so many big brands that you're like, it just feels so good to be true. You can't just believe it. But you can either get gifted collaborations or paid collaborations. So, or even I use myself as a model sometimes. I've modeled for Afro Bandanas and it feels so good. Even if some things you'll just do out of goodwill, you're doing it out of passion too, for your own growth. Because if it's not for that, you couldn't have known me. That's the thing. People have seen me on ads and they're like, oh, I've seen your video on TikTok. When you're Tabby. I'm like, yes, I don't know this person. Honestly, I don't know her. But it's content creation has given me that community, that online presence that I feel so seen, I feel so understood, I feel so accepted, despite my flaws, despite whatever goes at the BTS, behind the scenes. People just appreciate what I bring on the table. So basically, I love that about my content creation journey.
And with such a very, you're out there, know, and you're a young girl. Yeah. How do you keep yourself, from cyberbullying? How do you keep yourself safe from such things and someone trolling you, saying something which is not good? And also, you can talk to other young girls. After that, just, how can someone, get into content creation if that's their thing? But how do you keep yourself safe online? I block people. I'm so sorry, but I do. But I haven't experienced like cyberbullying on the large scale. I have experienced it, I think, once. Yes, once on YouTube, but I never even shared that with my subscribers or followers. I just kept quiet. I moved on because these people are commenting like, oh,
you can dress like that, giving their own opinion. We all have posted that to get your opinion. That's something that people don't understand. Posting something is, I've posted it for you to see. Give me I need feedback. You get? So you have to accept the feedback that you're given. And the way you know yourself is the way you carry that feedback. So if you see that maybe they've said my body looks some type of way, you're too skinny. No, your legs, I don't know, they look like how, your hair, If you have self-awareness, it won't hit you. But once you start fumbling, boom. That's it. You can quit social media on the first day. Trust you me. Because people will be like, why are you trying to copy Nani? You can do better. Why aren't you what are you even doing? That's cringy. But remember, personally, I started it as cringy. People were not even reposting my videos. But right now, people are like, what's happening? You haven't posted in a while. So yeah, that's something. You have to be so self-aware to be able to handle cyberbullying. And you have to, you're public. So the public will come to you. That's another thing.
So let's talk about now, as we try and wind up, and so the goals you had, right?
Yeah.
You know, remember that day when you're coming and you said you had those goals written?
Yeah.
How are those goals going, and how's your education, and have you finished or are you still studying, and where are you seeing yourself after you mentioned the goal? You don't have to mention, but tell us, have you achieved those goals, and also have you finished your study, and how are you balancing that, and also now where are you seeing yourself, social media wise in the near future?
So my goals were specific. I divided them into categories. So I have my own personal goals that involve just me and my health and my mental health. And that was supposed to be a check for me to always keep up and always be conscious about how I'm going about things, because it's me. I have to take care of me first.
Yeah.
And I have to put myself first. So yeah, my mental health, it's been up and down for sure, but I can't lie. Sometimes it goes down. But I try to just and push myself up and rise and see about what the day brings, basically. So some other goals was about my family, what I have to achieve for them. Me as a big sister, I have 3 more siblings after me. We are 2 girls, 2 boys. So I have to make a clear picture for them so that they can follow my lead. And so I had those goals, and they're pretty going well. They are the most successful ones, actually. And other goals are my ambitions, what I want now for me, and whatever the goals that's gonna affect my environment. That's things to do with social media, things to do with school, such things. As for now, I took a break from school, but I'm going back actually next semester. And balance, I'm yet to see how I'm gonna, now that I'm stable at work, I now have to know how to balance content creation, work, school, everything, and even my social life, because you can't live without people.
Yeah. So now let's talk to Gen Zs now. Look at yourself through your journey, how you are, the weight, how you gain the patience, all this, how you've been able to juggle social media. You've gotten into social media. You're doing so well. So maybe talk to some Gen Zs out there. Any advice, anything you want to leave with our Gen Zs today? This is your chance.
My Gen Z people, I love you so much. Let's start there. Because if it was not for you guys, I couldn't be here. Like, I couldn't have seen all these opportunities in front of me. And so I would advise you, post that goddamn video. Post it. Post right now. I know you've edited it. I know you've recorded. Post it. You never know who's watching. I've always said that. You never know who's watching. A brand could be watching and they might love your work, It could take time, it could take months for you to see progress, but it's gonna work out. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. And be patient with yourself. We fail. We have to rise up. You are, I would say, you are born with a purpose. So you have to fulfill your purpose. One way or the other, you'll feel like you're getting lost here and there, peer pressure and everything, but I know you can do it. I truly know you can do it. So focus on your goals, have self-awareness, be patient, and believe in yourself, and post that video. Please, post that video. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna like it. Yes.
Amazing. And then how can people maybe support your work, get to know, what you do, follow what you do? Where can they find you?
Follow me on Instagram at Charles Tabby, Charles_Tabby. Follow me on TikTok at Charles Tabby, and follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Charles Tabby. Everything Charles Tabby. And don't forget to subscribe at the Konekt. Don't.
Amazing. And what are people to expect when they came to your channels? What content? Just a brief, because I don't want to talk about that. I want them to come and see for themselves. What can they expect from Charles Tabby?
You gotta get a fashion content in large scale. Fashion content, vibes, lifestyle. Friends in YouTube. I post vlogs on YouTube. On Instagram, I post the fashion content mainly, and then also I post on TikTok. I post fashion content, vlogs, like each and every other kind of video. I post them on TikTok, and make sure you check them out. I know you're gonna love them for sure. My editing skills are, I believe in myself.
Amazing, amazing. And I just want to say thank you. And this final question.
Yes.
2018, looking now, would you have ever thought that you'd work with such brands? And how is that feeling? And what one word can you finalize with us today? Looking back and now, would you have ever imagined that you could be where you are now?
No. Literally no. God is good.
So we ended there. God is good. Yes.
And he always comes through despite whatever a man says. As long as God has said it's done, it's definitely done.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Charles Tabby, for coming on the Konekt. We wish you all the best. We see you there. Keep going. Bring those big brands. And we cheer you on. As a community, we just want to say thank you. Also, young people out there, you can do it. This is a very good indicator, a good story. She's sent herself out there, she's put herself out there, and she's actually getting the fruits. She's bearing the fruit. So if you have something, if you have a skill, don't sit on it. Just put it out there. You never know what you're gonna get. So we want to say thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Thanks, Charles Tabby, for coming through. And guys, don't forget to do what?
To subscribe.
Yes, and share this video. We want Charles Tabby to be on. Go watch her videos. And also, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.